You want a crypto executive order? I've got news from you, and it's coming from big players in Davos. XLM, XRP, and Hbar fans are happy. Why? Because they're rallying more than other cryptos. SEC, juicy news coming from there.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
And wait a minute, did I just say juicy news from the SEC? Hell must have frozen over, or no, wait, the elections happened and all those losers were kicked the F on out. Before we get into the juicy news, yes, the juicy news from Davos, your comments come first because you, the viewer, matter most. Lisa Angus says, it'd be foolish to think he would have addressed crypto on his first day, given the actual border crisis and other more urgent matters that needed to be dealt with. I agree. There were so many problems, but what if he gave us a crypto executive order on day 2? Just wait until you see this. Tyler Yetzer dropping some support on the channel. Thank you kindly, sources. Hear me out. What if Trump did sign the executive orders, didn't broadcast it so the market would dump and swoops in and buys it for his BTC alt reserves, then announces market manipulation? We've never seen that before. Dude, anything can happen now because the regs are as messy as could be, and well, we're going to be fixing that in the executive order. You need to hear about it. Minute Dog, who's hanging out in the upstate of South Carolina, says, Mucho gusto, como está muy frío aquí. I know it's cold by you because my wife texted me and said, Klaus, it's snowing. I texted her back a picture of me outside on the deck. No shirt on, getting some sun and some vitamin D. She's going to need some vitamin D when I get back. Heat map, let's do it. Bitcoin sitting at 106,434. ETH is 3336. Total laggard. Wait until you see what happens when I share with you what ETH looks like compared to XRP, XLM, Hbar, and others. It's going to blow your mind. XRP at 317, XLM at 44.6. Doge fans, you're at 37.5, while Hbar is what, everyone? Doing well, 34 cents. All right, let's get right into it. Good news from the SEC. SEC launches a crypto task force led by Hester Pierce. The U.S. SEC has taken its first step towards crypto regs because of, guess what? Gensler being gone and Trump in. The task force was announced by Commissioner Marchietta, who is now serving as the acting SEC chair. And to show you that hell hath frozen over and that I'm giving you good news from the SEC, and then I'm not completely out of my mind, here's the press release from the SEC, because guess what? As always, any article you see in this video, along with all my other ones, they're linked where everyone in the description below. Might want to read this one. Probably the first SEC announcement you actually wanted to read. These asset managers want the SEC's approval to launch Trump, Doge, and XRP ETFs. Okay. If they want to launch a Trump ETF, is this them trying to like suck on his nuts, right? Like kind of getting good with El Presidente, being like, we know you just launched this meme coin. We'd like an ETF regarding it. Rex shares and Osprey funds are seeking the sign-off on the new SEC for several crypto ETFs. The firm submitted a registration statement for 7 separate funds. Listen to this. The Tuesday filings also included proposals for BTC ETF, ETH ETF, SOL, Doge, Bonk, and XRP. That is juicy action. Now, who will approve these funds? The new leader of the SEC, Marchietta. Okay, are you ready for some executive order action? Because I know you wanted it on day 1, but sometimes you gotta wait for the juiciness to happen. It's called being patient. Yeah, I know. None of us in crypto are patient. Circle acquires USYC stablecoin issuer Hashnote. All right, I'm bringing this up because mergers and acquisitions are awesome. Circle's got a lot of money. Some of these other small players out there are going to get gobbled up. Stablecoins are going to be big. Heard several rumors out there saying that to regulate stablecoins, it's going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. With the alts maybe not being as easy peasy, but they'll still get it done. That's not the big news. The big news is this. Circle CEO expects President Trump to issue executive orders allowing banks to trade and hold crypto. Now, whoa. Did you take your heart medication? Because if you didn't, I may have just given you a heart attack. That's right. Allowing banks to trade and hold crypto. Jeremy Allaire, now mind you, this is all about Davos World Economic Forum stuff, okay? Jeremy Allaire, the CEO of Circle, who's obviously in the know and obviously in talks with El Presidente Trump, says that Trump will permit banks to trade crypto, provide wealthy clients of crypto investments, and retain crypto in their portfolios. This is according to a report from the World Economic Forum in Davos. USDC Circle stablecoin is the 8th largest and the 2nd largest in the world by market cap. Trump is expected to sign executive orders to lower regulatory barriers. Now, remember before, the SEC had some problems with holding cryptos on the books. They were like, look, you're going to have to list this stuff as a liability. And the bank's like, what the hell are you talking about? These are other people's assets. And they're like, no, because of our accounting rules, that's how it's going to work. Well, not with this version of the SEC. Allaire expressed his desire for the SEC Staff Accounting Bulletin 121, SAB 121, to be repealed, which made it punitive for banks and financial institutions to hold on to the balance sheet. Do you remember when that happened? For those that don't, let's just take a quick trip down memory lane, and then we're going to talk juicy price. It's going to get you all hot, bothered, and sodden. The thing was this, that SAB 121 thing, okay? What originally happened was it went through, and then Biden did the veto. And we were like, okay, cool. Let's see now if the House, Senate, and all that, like if they overturn the veto. What happened was this. All the Democrats said, nah, we're not going to overturn Biden's veto, even though a bunch of those Democrats voted originally to get SAB 121 gone. So they turned, yeah. But the Republicans didn't. And now who's in charge, girlfriend? This is what Allaire said. That's something I think I want to watch closely in terms of executive orders. I'm strongly in favor of repealing it and would hope that President Trump would take the action. So the big rumors are Trump is going to allow banks to trade and hold crypto. SAB 121, you can suck on this, girlfriend. Okay, let's talk about ETH and ETH being a piece. No. Let's talk about XRP, XLM, and Hbar really quick, okay? Look at the column right here, right, with ETH. ETH is only up 1.9% in the last 60 days. XRP up 117, XLM up 31, Hbar up 122. Okay, in 90 days, Hbar is up 566%. XLM up 375. XRP up a mind-blowing 500, while ETH is up 35. So who do you think the market's looking after? Is it ETH, or do you think they want the alts? They want the alts, baby, because they know there's more juice, there's more room to grow. And the market is realizing this. So for all those times, for all those years that the SEC, the previous regime of the SEC, had control of the market, ETH was allowed to flourish along with BTC. But now that those players are gone, well, guess what, everyone? It's time for the alts to shine. ETH is going to be left behind. And by the way, Buterin's kicking and screaming, and he might take control of the Ethereum Foundation, telling people that's not how this works. My guy, you are a piece of shit. XLM price, I like it. Last 7 days, okay, a little bit more odd oscillations. Last 7 days for Hbar looks a little different. Last 7 days for XRP looks a little different. What do I like about this? What I like is they're all kind of doing their own thing, right? You're seeing some US cryptos pop, you're seeing some utility stuff pop, you're seeing meme pop, and it's not all popping at the same time, which is good. This is what we want. We want these cryptos to do their own thing, right? Because there is a big difference, okay? Let's just be real here, okay? There's a big difference between utility tokens, store of value tokens, and meme tokens, right? There's a big difference. But before, when the poopy SEC was in charge, they would all kind of flow up and down together in a big blob of crap. Now, that's been broken like the mucus in my chest. Thank God I got over the cold. And they are performing as they should individually. XLM, hey, it's touched 50 cents, so you know it's possible. Volume is still super high, even though it's down 61% in the last 24 hours. Volume at about 600 million. XLM fans, you can benefit heavily from Trump wanting to do crypto executive order action. Why? US-based crypto. Hbar, chart looks a little different, but Hbar fans are like, yo, we got so close to 40 cents, and yeah, you couldn't hold it, but guess what? You're still holding 34 cents, and if I zoom out 1 month, you're like, whoa, 1 month ago, we were at 26 cents. And look at this test right here on January 13th, Hbar fans. You were tested, got nervous, but I know Frankie didn't get nervous because Frankie's a big Hbar fan hanging out with us in the comments. So yeah, Hbar breached 25 and then rocketed back on up, getting to that 40-cent mark. Couldn't hold it, but we're at 34 cents and we're totally cool with that. 1 year chart for Hbar shows some pumps along the way here, but the real pump came with Trump and the election. Volume, juicy AF. Almost $1 billion right now for Hbar. So when it comes to these players out there wanting to launch ETFs, what ETFs do they want to launch? The ones with juicy volume, Klaus. Fucking A, my good man. XRP's looking good as well with 11.3 in volume. Over the last 7 days, up 20%, and to be honest with you, one of the best performers out there. And the reason XRP is one of the best performing out there is because they've been suppressed the most, right? So if you've been suppressed the most, it's like a spring or a rubber band. You keep pulling it. Sooner or later, homegirl is going to snap and she's going to roar. But when is she going to roar? Once we get regs. Is she going to roar further with other news? Yeah, once we get an XRP ETF approved. Is it going to roar even further when the case with the SEC gets thrown out? You bet your butt, girlfriend, or at least that's what I'm thinking. But I want to hear from you. What are the 3 big events for the alts? And you get to pick them. Pick XLM, XRP, or Hbar. You tell me what the big 3 events are going to be for those in the comments down below that are going to deliver hot and juicy pumperoni news. I love charts like this, and even more so, you know what I love? For freaking once, I get to share with you good news from the SEC. And no, Big Daddy Klaus is not messed up on the latest goodies from out here in this beautiful gem of a town. This is real good news from the SEC. So the big rumor out of Davos is that, yep, we're going to be taking care of SAB 121 and allowing banks to have crypto. Oh, is that juicy, juicy good news. And I totally believe this as a massive possibility. Why? Because Biden was the one that vetoed it. And remember, the Senate was cool with it. The House was cool with it. They sent it to the president, and the president's like, I'm not cool with this. Are you really representing the public if you're not agreeing with this stuff? No. Biden was just doing his thing, suppressing crypto the best way he could, giving the SEC as much power as possible. But now Biden's not in charge. And Gensler isn't either. And you know what? WEF, Davos action, Jeremy Allaire, rumors regarding crypto executive orders are alive and well. So maybe we didn't get them on day 1. Maybe we don't get them on day 2. Sooner or later, though, you know Biden is going to have his stuff unraveled as Trump is going to use his executive order power to take care of crypto. Granted, there's bigger problems out there than crypto in the United States, and we know about them. Inflation, border security, jobs, economy, that whole thing. But you know what? We've been waiting patiently for the last several years as Gensler and others have been wrecking the hell out of crypto. Well, now is our turn. Our turn to do what we want, what the public wants, and hopefully Trump will follow through soon. Choo-choo, bitches.